Welcome to Walking Benji. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the winter footwear that I've been using for the past couple of years. They're the Keen Targhee high lace boots. I currently have two pairs of them. This is my newer pair. This is my older pair. See where the treads wore out on the bottom. I've mainly been wearing these ones in town. This is the newer pair. They have better tread on the back. Mainly have worn these in the woods and for actual hiking. They really haven't seen very much pavement at all. I'm going to get my scale here, and we're going to weigh a pair of these real quick. They actually give no weights whenever I looked on REI. So, see what they weigh. They're calling 46.9 ounces, so basically 47 ounces. That's not bad for a pair of shoes. It could be a little bit lighter, but they served me pretty well. One thing I will say about them is they do seem to run a little small. Typically in my ultras and my zeros, I wear a size 12 to 12 and a half. These I wear a size 13 in. So I would definitely size up half a size if you're ordering online. If not, I mean, obviously you can try them on in the store if that's what you're doing. Both pairs have seemed to hold up pretty well to the abuse that I have put them through. They are relatively waterproof for a decent amount of time. However, I will say that wearing my micro spikes on my new pair in particular has really worn out the leather here. So they tend to leak along the areas where the micro spikes have rubbed, on those ones in particular. Mainly because those are the ones that I wear, hiking and on ice and everything else. So if you do wear micro spikes or anything that has a lot of rubber that's going to wear on the leather, be aware that, you will basically make them not waterproof in a short period of time by doing so. That is one of the problems, and I've had that with every pair of boots that I've ever worn. When you wear stuff like that, it does tend to wear out the leather a lot. The boots have a waterproof, salt-resistant leather upper with Keen Dry, waterproof, breathable membranes that supply protection from the rain and the wet weather, mud and snow and everything else when you're out there. Again, be aware that, when you're wearing micro spikes or anything on the outside, you can wear the leather out and it kind of destroys the waterproofing. They claim that they're rated temperature-wise down to -25. In my experience, even new, I would say my feet stayed warm up to about 0 degrees. Everybody's different. I am kind of cold-blooded, so I mean that's just normal. But for me, the -25 was a little off. I would say 0, maybe -5 when they were brand new. Now that they're worn in pretty good, I would say about 10 degrees. I'm good for a couple hours, but my toes do tend to get cold in them. They do have the speed hooks right here on them for when you're tying them and adjusting them. For easy lace adjustment is what they call it. I find that I do like those for lacing them up. They make it a lot easier to get them on. They have removable dual density EVA footbeds and dual density compression molded EVA midsoles for your cushioning. They're pretty comfortable, I would say. Again, I had to size up for mine to make them fit well. The wider toe box and everything. But it is nice being able to pull that insole out when they get wet to be able to dry them a lot faster. They have an ESS shank that adds stability, and they call it Clean Sport NXT technology to help keep the smell down and for odor resistant control. For the most part, these boots have been through a lot and they really don't smell, and that is a definite plus. And they also considered having non-marking Keen Freeze rubber outsoles, deliver cold weather traction. I've never had them mark the floor, and they do get pretty decent traction. On ice, nothing works except for spikes, but they do pretty well. In closing, I do think they are a pretty decent boot for winter hiking. It takes a little getting used to every winter after going from a zero drop shoe to them, but they're not bad. They do squeeze my toes a little bit, especially my pinky toe, but that's to be expected after going from, a wide toe box, zero drop shoe. They don't smell after several years of use and abuse, and they seem to hold up pretty well, other than, like I said, with the micro spikes wearing the leather out. So if you're interested in a pair, give them a try, especially if you have a wide foot. You may need to size up a little bit, but that kind of happens sometimes with boots. Every time you just need to check with that. Thank you for watching the video. I appreciate it.